Howdy, folks. I'm Brian. Here's Amber. And here's some Reddit. I'm having a little deja vu. What are you having some deja vu, Amber?
Hello.
A little deja vu. We read this one before. We had some technical difficulties.
Thanks to bad luck, Brian.
Thanks to bad luck, Amber. We'll get to that in a second. We'll read this one first, and then we'll talk about who's bad luck. If you want to hear who's bad luck, stick around. Am I a jerk for being mad at my husband for not giving our daughter the same or a similar gift that he gave to our sons? My husband and I have 3 children together, 2 boys and a girl. Our sons are 20 and 18, and our daughter is 16. Like many others, my husband and I have been working from home, which has given us a chance to be all together as a family. My husband is usually away a lot for work, so we never had much time to be together. The past year has brought our family together more than anything else. The other day, my husband sat down with our sons and started telling them a story about how he was growing up and spending time with the family. He said he heard something in a song that he thought was a good idea. He gifted them both a pretty expensive watch, saying not to think about the monetary value, but to remind them to spend time where it matters. Money isn't a big issue for us, but this has a price tag that I'd like to know about in advance. Later that day, our daughter came to me and said that she was upset that he did that for them, but nothing for her. He didn't even call her just to listen to him. I thought the same, so I went to talk to my husband. I asked him why he didn't have anything for her, and he said that she's too young, and it was just something for the boys, but when I asked if he would do something similar for her when she was older, he said he probably wouldn't, stating that it probably wouldn't hold the same value anymore. Because time is no longer valuable in the future. I got mad when he said that. I feel like it was pretty disrespectful to say that he would do something for the boys and not our daughter. I told him that he should go and apologize for leaving her out, but he refused. I didn't let him slide on the matter, and I brought it up again later, and he told me to leave it alone. We got into an argument about it, and I told him that I felt he was being a bit misogynistic and didn't really have a good reason for not doing anything for her or even letting her sit in on the conversation. So, am I a jerk for being so mad about this?
No.
All right. What do you think?
I mean, I think she's absolutely right to call him out for this.
But, I mean, she just can't appreciate the watch the same way the boys can.
Yeah, a 16-year-old can't appreciate an expensive watch.
No, well, for one, she's 16, and we all know that 16-year-olds can't read analog watches. There's a rule for the universe that says so. And 2, in 2 years, the pandemic's going to be over, so what would the point even be?
Right, family time only matters when you're in the middle of a global crisis.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. Like, in 2 years, she's not even going to remember about not getting a stupid watch from her dad.
Or maybe she's not going to remember about the dad who she ditches because he didn't treat her the same as her brothers.
Yeah, well, in all seriousness, though, I mean, it's a little odd that he would exclude her like this.
Like, it seems like it didn't even occur to him. He didn't think about the daughter once when he was doing this. And that's kind of troubling.
Oh, yeah, I agree completely. This was like, where was the thought about for his daughter in this? He just kind of ignored her. He kicked her to the side. And then when his wife and his daughter got upset about it, he's like, just drop it. It's no big deal.
Right. Like, when you have kids, I think it's important to try not to play favorites. And this, giving 2 of your kids an expensive watch and like this nice family story and just completely ignoring the other one is definitely going to make her feel slighted, whether that's intentional or not.
Yeah. And
like, if he'd just forgotten and he was like, oh crap, I magically forgot we had a daughter, let me go buy her a watch too. Like, that would be one thing. Like, I mean, it still would be weird that he forgot her, but he's like, no, I'm not going to do anything for her. She doesn't matter, basically, is what I get out of his statement.
Yeah. I think there is a lot of that in there. So I think what he should do is just apologize and remedy the situation. You know, Get her a watch or something similar.
And if he's not willing to do it, then I think it would be nice if the mom did something for her.
Yeah, I definitely think the mom should do something for her and not for the boys. I don't know. Is this a nuclear war, arms race?
I mean, if it's joint family finances between the two of them, he's spent a pretty hefty price tag on the two boys. It doesn't hurt if she buys something for the daughter.
No.
To make her feel special and included.
Yeah.
And certainly he should be the one to do it, but if he's unwilling, which is what it sounds like, it would be nice if the mom did something to make her let her know that she cares.
Yeah, I agree.
Our next story is, am I the jerk for calling my brother an insecure, man-bit-grabbing, chauvinist man-baby over his comments about my wife's makeup? That's the actual quote. I'm still ticked as heck, but maybe I went a little too far here. My brother and I are both in our late 30s. We get along fine most of the time, but my brother doesn't do so well in a lot of social situations. He says things that are inappropriate, gets overly opinionated, yells a lot, etc. He just doesn't seem to understand tact or when to let things go in a casual conversation. Our wives are best friends. They talk almost every day on FaceTime. My wife is an ex-model/actress, local, and very good with makeup. She's in her mid-30s, we have 3 kids, and she doesn't wear much makeup anymore, but she gets some as a gift for Christmas and decided she wanted to get more. Apparently she's been buying cheap stuff, and she wanted to splurge on some of the good stuff. Anyway, she's been testing it all out over the last month, buying more here and there and doing these crazy eyeshadow things. Honestly, I don't know what I'm talking about. She looks great all the time. She's gorgeous without makeup. She's really talented with it though, and she's having a lot of fun. I tease her a little since she works from home and she's wearing pajamas, but her makeup looks like she's at a nightclub. I think it's cute and funny. My brother thinks she's doing it because she's cheating or she wants to cheat. He called me this morning to say he's concerned because he's seen her on FaceTime and he's decided that she must be posting pictures or sending pics to some dudes or multiple dudes. I tried to blow it off and explain that it wasn't that way, but he got more aggressive about it, so I ended up yelling at him and shouting the insecure man-bit-man-baby thing. He's being ridiculous and needs to mind his own business. But I think I might be the jerk for blowing up and name-calling when he's probably well-intentioned. I want to add, too, my mom and brother both asked, maybe other people will. No, I haven't asked my wife why she's recently started wearing more makeup, and I'm not going to because I think asking is rude. She's spending her money on stuff for her face, and it's a creative hobby. I'm not going to be the jerk that ruins someone's creative outlet by asking them to justify it, or by insinuating there's a sinister motive behind it. It makes her happy, so I assume that's why she's doing it. Asking why is dumb and insulting in my opinion. I also want to read the top comment for this one in his response. When I wear makeup, I do it for me. No, not for my husband or any other man. Me. Many women are the same way. Your brother jumping to, she wants to cheat because she is wearing makeup again, is absolute misogynistic garbage and he needs a dressing down. You sound great and seem to really love and appreciate your wife as well as understand what being supportive means. Keep it up. And then OP responds with, see, this is how I generally assume that women are about makeup. Thanks for validating that. I tried to point out to my brother that a lot of what she's doing isn't even sexy makeup. It's more theatrical? I don't know. It looks like face art to me. Sometimes it's really pretty. 3 days ago, she was a drag king with a glitter beard. Whatever, I just think she's having fun and I like it.
She's cheating.
No. If OP wasn't already married, I think that about half of Reddit would probably be sending in applications.
Sending in applications, yeah.
Whatever you do to find a partner these days.
I think sending in applications through Reddit is how you find a partner. Isn't that how you, dear viewer, find a partner? Through Reddit? Please send your applications into r/I need a partner.
No, in seriousness, I think, first of all, I want to say that it sounds like OP and his wife have a really supportive and healthy relationship, and I love seeing that. That was actually why I picked this letter, was just because of how supportive he is, and I really like seeing that. But yeah, I mean, this top comment is right. I mean, as someone who does wear makeup, I do it for me. I mean, I like how my face looks with makeup. And so I do it for me or for the people who compliment me, who tend to be other women. You know, I just like feeling pretty and looking pretty and getting compliments. And so, yeah, that's...
Yeah, I think that's all very well and good. And I think that's probably just about all that needs to be said about this one. But I will say that I don't necessarily think insulting him was...
Right.
I think insulting went a little far, but I mean, I don't think that was like completely... It was a weird insult too on top of that.
It was weird. Well, but we didn't hear the whole context of the conversation, so I'm curious what exactly his brother said before this, because, you know, depending on his tone and his words, like, I might be able to see it. But yeah, I mean, insulting people is never the good first course of action, and it doesn't really convey why it's an issue with what he's doing, which I guess is the bigger thing. But I don't think that OP, though, is a huge jerk there for saying that. I mean, I think the brother is definitely out of line. And just don't assume that because someone's doing something different, like experimenting with makeup, that means they're cheating. Like, people like having fun and like being creative. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. All right. Our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for not buying my daughter new pants until she wears the pants I bought her? My daughter is a 9-year-old female and she used to love pink, so when I saw a cute pair of pink jeans in the store, I just had to get them for her. I wish I had saved my time, energy, and money because she didn't even like it. She complained and said that she had told me that she wanted purple. I apologized and I said that I must not have heard her, and I promised her that next time I went out, I would get her purple ones. But until then, pink jeans it was. She has not worn them a single time. I kept warning her, if you don't wear them, you won't get a new pair of jeans, and she didn't listen. Finally, the time came where I went to go shopping again. I took my other daughters with me this time so they could pick out whatever color jeans they wanted without me making any mistakes. But I told my 9-year-old that she had to stay at home. The husband husband was at home. So far, the logic here is beautiful.
Yes.
She tried to run and put on her pink pants, but I refused to budge, and I told her that's not how it works. I had been telling her for weeks, and she hadn't listened. It turned into a big thing because my husband called me upset because she had gone to him crying and he wanted to know why I didn't take her. I explained the whole pants thing to him and said that it would have been meaner to take her and let her watch her sisters pick out jeans, and she couldn't. She would just start crying in the store. And as I was thinking about it, I got upset because my 9-year-old had tried to make it seem like she had done nothing wrong.
She had done nothing wrong.
And I just left her at home for no reason, when I had been telling her for weeks about the pants. I was going to surprise her with a new pair of purple pants I had picked out, but because of that, I decided not to get it. My husband said that I'm taking this too far, but I told him that he could go buy her a pair of purple pants himself and watch her become spoiled. None of our children acted like this at her age. So, I'm going to say that you are the jerk here. And so first off, you said the first time around that when you would go back to the store, you said you would buy her a purple pair of pants. And you promised her that. And then you went and broke your promise. On top of that, you took her sisters along so that there wouldn't be any confusion. So you gave her sisters an opportunity that she wasn't given. And then, on top of all that, why didn't you just return the pink pants when you had an opportunity? It seems like there was a lot of things that OP could have done here differently to like alleviate the whole situation.
Well, and it sounds like she's mad because her daughter isn't doing what she wants to, but she's a 9-year-old. Mm-hmm. Like, kids can be picky about their clothes, and like, why are you trying to bully a 9-year-old into wearing something she doesn't like?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't sound like this is literally the only pants she has to wear and she's running around the house naked. I don't know. Like, I don't, just, you know, but like, it doesn't sound to me like there's any reason why she should have to wear these pink pants. Like, yes, you took some time and money and energy to buy these pants and you wanted to surprise her. and it didn't work out. And
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. But but I think the husband's right here that you're just taking this way too far. You told this 9-year-old, like, okay, you wear these pants or you don't get anything. And that's just kind of mean. If she doesn't like them, she doesn't like them.
Yeah, well, exactly. If she doesn't like the pants, then you shouldn't be forcing her to wear them, and she might change her mind at some point in time in the future. And I think that's what's important, is that kids are fickle, and they change their minds. One day they like purple, the next day they like pink, and so forcing her to wear the pink pants will be a guarantee that she'll never wear them.
Actually, when I was a kid, my favorite color was green, but I couldn't remember what it was called. So I told my family my favorite color was purple, and then I got purple stuff for a while, and it took me years before I was able to correct them because I was such a nervous, shy child. So that's just reminded me of that.
Yeah. Well, and the 9-year-old could have even just misspoke, or the mother could have misheard. But the thing is that in the end, like, she was trying to force her daughter into doing something that she didn't want to do.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's important to let your kids have as much autonomy as possible when they're young. Like, 9-year-olds don't get to make a lot of decisions for themselves, so clothing is something, fairly minor that they can have a say in.
Yeah.
And it's easy to forget. Like, if your kid loved pink when she was 7 and now she's 9 and she likes purple, like, just accept that she's changed her favorite color. She has a different color she wants to wear now, and move on. It doesn't mean that anything that she doesn't like pink anymore. Like, it's just she changed her favorite color. It's no reason to make a big deal out of it. Our last story today is, am I the jerk for telling my brother he shouldn't be a midwife? For some information, I'm a 27-year-old female, and I'm currently working as an RN. My brother is a 22-year-old male, and he lost his job last year due to the virus. He worked in the travel industry and had been having a hard time, so he had to move back to our parents' place after living independently, and had to downgrade his lifestyle a bit. He has expressed interest in going into healthcare. He is a pretty compassionate guy, so I can see it working. He recently got accepted into a Bachelor of Nursing / Bachelor of Midwifery, and he said he wants to be a midwife. I said he should consider another option like the ER or NICU, as most women would feel uncomfortable with a male midwife, so he might find it difficult to get work. He got angry and accused me of being a sexist jerk and that it's 2021, and he can pursue whatever career he wants. I said I was just trying to help him, but he wasn't having it. I was wondering if I've been too harsh with my words. Am I the jerk?
Well, the thing is, like, there aren't any, like, male doctors that deliver babies.
Yeah.
And so I can really understand, like, the sister's point of view here, because, like, doctors are all women, and and there aren't any male doctors that deliver babies. So, she has a really good, valid point here. What do you think?
Well, a serious line of reasoning, like, there are going to be people who have preferences about the gender of their doctor.
Oh,
no matter
course.
what gender your doctor is, some people are going to be very concerned about having a female doctor or a male doctor, and the same thing for a midwife.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that he should not pursue being a midwife.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of people who don't care about their midwife's gender. They just want a competent midwife.
Yeah. And I agree. I mean, I think that that's really what this boils down to. It's not like there aren't any male doctors out there delivering babies. And the same thing is, maybe it's not common right now for midwives to be male, but that doesn't mean that he can't go into the practice and start being a male midwife.
And it doesn't mean that there wouldn't be patients who would welcome him.
Yeah.
I mean, people have all kinds of preferences, and who's to say there aren't, people who are pregnant who are looking for a male midwife specifically.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that you should encourage your brother to follow his dreams.
Yeah, and this is a hypothetical, or that's not the word I was looking for. You're basing this without any evidence, just on your perceived biases of people. Like Brian was pointing out with the doctors, like, there's all kinds of male gynecologists, there's all kinds of male obstetricians, so why a male midwife would be such a big deal, I'm not sure, because they all do kind of similar, they're working in a similar capacity.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's not like you did a statistical survey, and found that, like, you surveyed 100,000 people who are pregnant and found that, like, 10 would want a male midwife. This is all just based on hypotheticals, which
Yeah.
is not sound reasoning.
Yeah, and I mean, if it doesn't work out for him, it doesn't work out for him.
Right, and you gotta let him make his own choices.
Yeah, exactly. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks to Amber for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
If you enjoyed this video, consider giving me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this video, consider giving me a thumbs down. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, Amber has a channel. She's, I think, taking a break a little bit.
I'm going on hiatus, yes.
She's going on a hiatus. She has to teach some classes this semester, so she's not going to have as much time. So, but you could check out her archive and let her know what you think of them.
Yeah, I have 69 episodes, but well, by the time this airs, I think I'll have 60 some odd. I'm going to have 69 by the time I go on hiatus, so.
Nice. So, yeah, again, that's Amber's Reading Reddit with Amber. So I'll leave a link up here. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.